If you've ever sat down to study and felt overwhelmed by where to start, you're definitely not alone. Many students spend hours rereading notes, highlighting pages, or making flashcards, and in the moment it can feel productive, but then a few days later, a lot of that information just doesn't seem to stick. And that's not because you're bad at studying. Often it's because most of us were never actually taught how to study effectively. Welcome to Prep Like a Pro. This series is designed to help you study smarter, not harder, by exploring simple and practical study techniques backed by learning science. We'll break down practical strategies that help information stick in your memory and build confidence for what comes next. These videos are designed to be resources that you can come back to while studying, something you can pause, try, and revisit whenever you need. Today, we're starting with the School of Prep, where we'll lay down the foundations of smarter study. To make this practical, we're going to follow one example all the way through, a psychology question, and use it to try each technique together. The question is, why do we forget things? Let's get started. Many common study habits rely on something called passive learning. That includes things like copying notes neatly, watching endless videos, or making lots of flashcards without really testing yourself. These activities can make information look familiar, but familiarity is not the same as remembering. Recognition is when something looks familiar on the page. Memory is when you can recall the idea without looking. One of the most effective study techniques is called retrieval practice. Retrieval practice means pulling information from your memory instead of looking back at your notes. For example, if you were learning about why we forget things, you might explain the reasons out loud, answer practice questions on memory, write down everything you remember about how memory works. In fact, students who repeatedly tested themselves remembered around 60% of the material a week later, compared to 40% of students who simply reread the text. So testing yourself is not just a way to check what you know, it's actually part of the learning process itself. Let's look at a quick example of retrieval practice. Imagine you have just studied this topic. Here are some key points. Take 15 seconds to read through. Now, instead of looking back, try to recall as many as you can from memory. I'll give you 20 seconds. Go. Time's up. Did you remember it correctly? That small moment, trying to retrieve the information without looking, is what strengthens the memory. If you'd like to try the full memory challenge yourself, you can find the video linked below. You can also turn this into a simple study activity. When you finish studying a topic, like how memory works, close your notes, then write down everything you can remember. A helpful way to do this is to write one idea per sticky note. Once you've written down everything you remember, check your notes, see what you got right, and notice what you missed. Those gaps show exactly what to review next. Another technique that works really well alongside retrieval practice is spaced practice. This is important because memory fades over time, so returning to information helps strengthen those connections. Spaced practice means coming back to the same topic across multiple study sessions instead of studying it once for several hours. For example, instead of studying a topic for 3 hours in one evening, you might spread that out across the week. A simple plan could look like this. Day 1, study the topic for around 20 minutes. I'd recommend using a timer to keep yourself on track. Day 3, review the topic again. Day 6, test yourself on what you remember. You might want to pause the video here and use this as a guide for your next study session. Each time you return to the topic, your brain strengthens that memory just a little bit more. That wraps up our first episode of Prep Like a Pro, School of Prep, where we explored how memory works and why techniques like retrieval and spaced practice are so effective. During this series, we'll continue to build on this, helping you move from passive study to active learning. Next, we move into learning how to learn, exploring how your brain remembers information and how to use that to study more effectively. Because the goal is simple: study smarter, not harder.